Chair Shot Reality. Make sure you share, like, comment, spread the reality. You can watch, of course, on WrestleZone.com and go to the Chair Shot Reality or the WrestleZone YouTube pages. You can, of course, go also to WrestleZone's Facebook. There's some shorter clips there. You can go to my Twitter. You can go to the CS Reality Twitter. You'll see shorter clips, maybe even before the full thing's released. So plenty of ways to consume the greatness that is at Justin LaBar and at Juicy Steen here on this Elimination Chamber pay-per-view weekend on the road to WrestleMania. All right, Juice, let's do a little rapid fire. We're going to do the undercard before we toss it to Mr. Isenberg. Let's start off with a 2-on-1 handicap match. It is Dolph Ziggler. He said that he could beat both men, so therefore he's going to have to face both men and Apollo Crews and Kalisto.
Do you think? I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
No,
I don't know, but I don't care.
I like Dolph Ziggler as a heel, but the problem with the heel run so far is that they're putting him up against, like, the Jerry Lawler stuff was good, but unfortunately, people haven't had a lot of reason.
He can't have a match against Jerry Lawler.
Well, people haven't had a lot of reason to believe or care in Crews or Kalisto recently, so it's like, what makes them really care about Ziggler?
I think the whole thing is just purely about Ziggler. These guys just came in and they're just the faces to do it with. Do you think Ziggler gets another guy somehow? Someone joins in
a tag match?
Yeah,
I doubt it.
As a heel, he doesn't think he can get it done. He brings someone in. No,
I doubt it because he made a point to say in the backstage thing, I could beat both of them at the same time, and that's what. So I think that
I think he takes out Kalisto and then Crews ends up winning.
It'll be smart try to attack Kalisto as Kalisto's making an entrance, or attack him backstage. We'll see. Tag team turmoil. I'm not even going to list everybody. You can see it on the.
It's the entire division.
You can see it right here on the image.
It's the entire division.
But the Ascension got a win. The Ascension are still around.
The Ascension getting a win. Bray Wyatt has a chance to win things. Like, this is all.
Any chance American Alpha drops this?
No.
Yeah. No. To me, this just translates into let's have American Alpha go against everybody to make American Alpha look that much stronger, because there really hasn't been a lot of momentum with him. They kind of dropped off from him, and so this has to keep the momentum up, and then eventually some new challenger will come about, whether it's
for Mania,
Revival or whoever.
What do
you
think of the?
I don't know.
Revival.
I don't know. I'm still pondering.
Revival making a debut just before WrestleMania? You think there's someone that'll do it after?
I don't know. You know, there's so many teams on SmackDown. It's hard to make a justification to bring a new team. But
it's either bring a new team in and hope that they catch on quick, or you got to push fast before WrestleMania to really have. If you want to have a marquee match.
American Alpha.
Yeah, American Alpha.
All right, first of three. Three advertised women's matches. I think it's a first. I'm not sure.
That's incredible.
Probably the first three advertised on a pay-per-view.
Ross should be taking notes here.
Three advertised on pay-per-view. Nikki Bella versus Natalya. I love this Natalya heel run right now.
Yeah, everything she says has been on fire. Yeah. But I'm going to have to go with Nikki Bella to win this match.
Right. I would go with Nikki too. You don't want Natalya's momentum to be stopped as a heel, but at the same time, heel needs to lose. And if Nikki does, if they do have marquee plans for Nikki at WrestleMania, it makes sense that she gets a win here. And she, Natalya needs to be a star, stop the bullying. So we need Nikki to get the closure here.
Again, and I like what they've been doing, and they did more on Talking Smack, and Natalya beat her up and doing the face-off, and I don't know. I like what they're doing. The three women's matches, and I don't see any problem with either of them.
This Nikki versus Natalya is actually the women's match I'm most looking forward to.
Same.
I mean, and that's not. I'm not trying to knock the other two.
I don't think that's
I'm most looking probably because I like the real life stuff that they're bringing into it. Obviously,
what did she say? What did Natalya say? She said
she said that John would probably be me with me. She said if I wasn't married, John would be with me.
What do you think Tyson Kidd thinks about that? Well, gee, I guess I could end up with Nikki Bella.
I don't even want to try to speak for Tyson Kidd. I feel so bad for that guy. I mean, his in-ring career might be over.
Yeah, probably.
He gets blocked out of Total Divas.
He only gets shown playing with the cat, watching wrestling.
He's Teddy Hart. Mickie James versus Becky Lynch, second of three women's matches.
This is the one I'm second most excited for. The title match is the one I could just go without because I feel like it's almost a filler because I think Alexa Bliss takes it further. But we're not there yet. But Mickie James and Becky Lynch, it's weird that Mickie James is at an obscurity now. She's full blown on SmackDown's roster, and this is almost like a dream match.
Yeah.
Like a couple before Mickie James even came in.
It's weird. Becky Lynch should win this. Mickey's back to be the veteran who's putting people over, but I have a weird feeling
She's the John Cena.
that Mickie is going to win this.
Okay.
And remember, there's still a long way to Mania, so they're still going to have some sub-feuds, some sub-stories that'll have some payoffs in between now and Mania.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Mickie James gets the win, just to kind of reestablish to the audience that I'm going to say Mickie James. So Wrestle Rumble, this might be a big one in Wrestle Rumble if you're making picks. I think Mickie James takes it here. And finally, before we go to Josh, Alexa Bliss defending her SmackDown Women's title up against Naomi. Feel the glow, Juice. Feel the glow.
I like the entrance, although it gives me epilepsy seizures. If you watch it, It's crazy, but so does Nakamura, so I guess you can't really complain there. I think I said it. I think it's like a filler match. I think Alexa Bliss is going to take this title probably to Mania. I don't know what she does with it, like who she faces. I think any of the ones other than Nikki, maybe Mickie James does.
I could justifiably, and I'm going to go with Bliss too. I'm a big Naomi fan. I think she's very marketable. I think she's appealing to several different demographics, age, men, women, kids. I think she kind of is across the board. I like the entrance. I like the athleticism. I'm going to say Alexa Bliss. I think, though, as you're saying, this is a small prediction. I would not be shocked if both women's title matches at WrestleMania are both triple threats or fatal four-ways. There's such depth on both sides. It's hard. I think with the revolution that's going on, with all the, how 3 women's matches on the pay-per-view, I think it'll be hard to justify relegating a lot of these girls to what they would have in the past, some BS battle royal. So I think getting 8 girls involved in a title match between the 2 brands would be, and then maybe there's even one, maybe there's one separate female grudge match involving somebody. I don't know.
Well, that might be with the Nikki Bella Maurice thing.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't even counting them. I'm saying if there was I don't know. Sasha Banks would probably be in a title match. I'm saying if there's some extra grudge match.
I get what you're saying.
Emelina fights somebody. I don't know.
Maybe that's what they're saving Emelina for.
Maybe. All right. We will make, Renell will join us in the next video, and Juice, myself, and Renell will talk about the top 2 matches on the card. But for right now, we're going to end it on this video. He's the main event attraction. Josh Isenberg, give me a reality check on elimination predictions of who wins.
Well, my reality check is going to be a multitude of winners predicted right by this guy, and he takes the throne once again on Wrestle Rumble's predictions. Win myself 2 WrestleMania tickets and $500 cash for that first prize. I'm going to tell you who I might say who I think will win, but take it for your advice. But if I'm not betting on Wrestle Rumble because I'll most likely lose, here is who I would say will become the winners at Elimination Chamber on Sunday. 3 women's matches. Your 3 winners will be Alexa Bliss retaining against Naomi, Nikki Bella finally getting the upper hand against Natalya, and then the surprise, Mickie James over Becky Lynch. I think Mickie James needs a win here, solidifying herself as being one of the best of all time, and what better way than a fan favorite of Becky Lynch. Looking at the tag team turmoil match, there's no doubt in my mind, I would put everything that I owned on American Alpha. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan are thirsting for real competition, and they're not getting it with the Vaudevillains, Breezango, The Ascension, Heath Slater and Ryan. All these teams are horrible. The only team and the only few that I would be slightly interested in is Jimmy and Jey Uso, a heel team that has been very good at kind of treading water over the past couple of months. But I still think Jimmy and Jey have a lot to produce, especially with the new look, the new music, and dastardly heel tactics that they did later in 2016 with American Alpha debuting on the SmackDown Live roster. Dolph Ziggler will pick up a win against Apollo Crews and Kalisto. I think Dolph Ziggler desperately needs somebody of relevance to face to really complete the heel turn run that he is trying to accomplish right now. He's doing heel tactics. He really moves in the ring with a steel chair repeatedly. But nobody cares about Kalisto. Nobody cares about Apollo Crews. Obviously, we're like Helen Keller, and this guy is falling on deaf ears. Looking at Randy Orton versus Luke Harper, I would absolutely love Luke Harper to pick up a victory here, but I think you have to go ahead and say Randy Orton needs every single win possible to build his championship match up to WrestleMania. This is going to be the match of the night in my opinion. I'm excited to see these 2 guys work, and it's been such a long time where we've not seen Luke Harper in singles action on pay-per-view doing what he does best, fighting like a cruiserweight, looking like a heavyweight. And that brings us to the Elimination Chamber match. John Cena, The Miz, Dean Ambrose, Baron Corbin, Bray Wyatt, AJ Styles. There's so many options, but when you look at the Royal Rumble winner, when you look at who else is in here, you get 2 options in my opinion. First, you get Bray Wyatt because the storyline is right there at the palm of SmackDown's hands. And I think WWE thinks John Cena and AJ Styles, they're already above a championship match at WrestleMania, which I disagree with because I think AJ Styles should be champion. But the wild card, the underdog, if you want to call it, is the guy who just dropped the championship. How great would it be if we did see AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, an excellent clinic inside the squared circle in front of 60,000 fans in Orlando? I would sign up for that match. I would love to see the progression of that. But when I think of Elimination Chamber and I think of a potential new champion, those are the two guys I see the options with. But don't be surprised if the main event for SmackDown Live for the WWE World Championship at WrestleMania consists of more than 2 superstars. Chairshot Reality episode 351 all weekend long. We are not done. Coming up, the boys are back in studio to wrap up the weekend.